Hello, this is Holmes from Whitebox Gaming. Today we're going to do a quick tutorial on event triggers. I'll go ahead and show you what I've got here so you kind of know what to expect. And I'll quickly walk you through setting up an event trigger. This will be helpful if you ever wanted to do like an Operation Wolf game or something like that. Alright, so when I hover over this menu will pop up, so on and so forth. Now, as you can see, it's not closing when I come in here. That's okay, though. We can fix that later. And if you notice, the help one is not popping up at all. There is a menu there, but it's not popping up. So let's take a look and see what we've done here first. So these are buttons. And what we've done here, instead of doing a click event, we've added a trigger event. And what we wanted to do is we wanted to trigger this panel right here that you can't see currently. I'll make it visible. When we hover over that, and then when we leave it, we want it to disappear, or when we hover over this one, we want it to disappear, rather, what we want. So how do we do that? Well, let's take a look at help. So let's start with help. We don't have it set up yet here, so we need to add the event trigger. It's going to ask us what type. We want a pointer enter, which is the mouse. We'll just start with the basics. And you got to tell it which object that you want to do something, which in my case, I have this panel help, and I'm not going to go over setting up panels because I'm pretty sure if you're watching this, you probably know how to set up a panel. So here's the panel. It's currently disabled because I'm hiding it, but we want to show it when I enter in there. So right now it has no function, so you're going to go in here to game object, I believe, and you want to set it to active. Now normally you would have to code all this, but because Unity added this, it's really nice. You don't have to code it. And now by default, it's set active as to false, so you want to set it to true. So what's going to happen here is I'm going to show you is that this panel is just going to stay active forever when we hover over it, and we don't want that. But I'm going to just show you just for demonstration purposes. So that shows up. Now when I hover over this one, that one goes away, but this one will just stay there forever. So why is this one going away and this one isn't? Well, it's because there's an event already set up on here on these. So there's a second event where it deactivates the other panels. So what we want to do here on all three of these is I want to go ahead and add a trigger here. Let's see. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, wrong button. All right, so we're gonna add this panel help in here, and we're gonna set it to set active, and we're just gonna leave that blank. So this will now turn off the help for view, and we can test that. Again, it's always good practice to always test as you go to make sure stuff is going to work. See, it's not kicking off. So we got to figure out what I did wrong here. All right, let's see what we got going on here. All right, so let's set it up over here. Let's turn off these so we can get this kind of going a little bit better here. So I want to turn off view because maybe that's my problem, because I know how I set all this up. We're going to disable that, and not likely, but we need to go ahead and disable the pan WBG as well. I mean, they're all going to need it to be disabled. Same thing over here, so it all matches. All right, we should be good now. Let's try this. Now, I don't have a pan exit, which would probably help as well, like when you would leave. But that's the problem with that is if you leave this button, it would never show this menu, which that would be a problem. So now it's working. So the real trick here is when we enter here now, we would want to set up a new event to disable it. I don't believe, though, this actually has... Well, no, there is a canvas here. So we can try it with the canvas. I'm not sure if it's going to work on the canvas, but let's just give it a shot. It's not going to hurt anything to try it. But I don't know if that's just going to completely bug it out. Alright, let's try. So all we can do is try. Oh, well, it killed the canvas. That's a good thing. That's working. We actually just want to kill the button, though. So... Alright, I think I know what we can do here. Troubleshooting on the fly. Alright, so when we enter the canvas... Alright. We're going to add a new event called pointer. Let's do one for canvas. Let's add an event for canvas so when you enter the canvas, it'll disable those. That will probably work. So let's start with this. We have to logically think this out, don't we? All right, let's just start with that. Let's see if that's going to work and not just completely kill it, because technically it is in the canvas, but we'll see if it's smart enough to... It's kind of working. It's a little wonky. A little wonky. I think the help might be broke still. Let's take a look. Yeah, I need to remove this one. Oh, wait a minute. I see it reverted. I need to... Yeah, see, it needs to show pan help. I don't know why that got messed up, but whatever. These things happen. And then we want to hide the pan view. Alright, let's try this. What could go wrong? Alright, so now my help's not working. I think I know what we did wrong there. Yep, forgot to check that to set pan help active. So now the pan should work. I know it's working. Now, another thing I need to do is I need to add an event, the click event. So like when you click on this, it'll actually give you a drop down too. Right now it's just the mouse hover, which is fine. It works. As you can see, when we click off of that, it's not immediately disappearing, and we're actually getting a value cannot be null. I don't know what that's all about, but some things that you could do here is you could create an invisible box here to, instead of relying on the canvas, you could have like an image or something over here as an overlay instead, to use that when you enter, that disables these. So for now, I'm just going to go ahead and remove that and remove this component. But point is that you can do that. There's no coding required. Just wanted to give a quick demo on the event triggers and some things that you can do that could be helpful for you when you're setting up an UI or even a game. So like if I'd mentioned Operation Wolf, for example, I think I might mention it earlier. If you ever played that game, you have characters that come in and run in on the screen. What you could do is you could do a mouse enter or mouse exit. So when you mouse enter and you click on them and they're activated, you damage only that NPC. And when you exit, you're not going to hit that NPC at all. Of course, you could always do that with a bullet too, where a bullet would shoot, from the center of the screen to the NPC and to detect it. But it might be easier just to do it with an enter exit click than it would be with setting up a shooter system. I don't know. I mean, you'd have to set it up for every object, but I don't think it would be that bad. It might be easier if you don't want to write code. Your choice, your discretion. There's pros and cons to all of this. But now you know, hopefully, how to use the event trigger system a little bit better with the mouse events. All right, thank you.